All
All
right.
right, and I have to hit okay. So I'm okay with you recording me.
Okay. So I think we're recording. Hi, Holly.
Hello.
How are you? You know, you're famous at the school now from the famous Holly Smith interview about the speech app.
That's pretty funny.
Well, I got this wild idea, and instead of telling you, I'm going to just ask you some ideas, and from that, I'm going to be able to think how I can apply it to my project. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So the first question is, I know that you always love to bake, and that's why you were the first person that I thought of messaging. Can you tell us just briefly about what is like your favorite thing to bake and share with people?
Well, baking wise, right this time of year, it's pumpkin muffins. I love making pumpkin muffins, and it's just such a seasonal thing, and everybody loves them. I don't think I found a single person who doesn't love my pumpkin muffins. So baking wise, but cooking wise, it's soups. Like I love making soups and sharing those with everybody.
What is like, who do you love to share? Let's go back to baking. I'm not going to tell you what my project is, but you'll start to put it together. When we talk about baking, I know I've always known you to be the person who loves to like bring what you bake to other people, whether it's to work or where do you picture taking this food and what does that look like?
Well, right now there's a batch of pumpkin muffins here at work. So yeah, I love sharing that with everybody at work. I love sharing with grandma who is, homebound and doesn't get out much. So we love sharing stuff with her. Also share with, people at church for coffee time or, people who are sick or had new baby, anyone who could, appreciate some home cooked food.
When you bring all of those around, are there any frustrations with kind of moving them from place to place or like taking them to work or how you move them around at all?
Yes, that's a big problem for me. I tend to try to use disposable pans or containers because I don't want the people to have to worry about getting them back to me. But those don't tend to be the easiest to transport. So I tend to spill things in my car or things fall out. And yeah, it is a big hassle because I want to be able to give something disposable, but at the same time, it doesn't transport very well.
So I'm hearing you say that there's kind of this balance between like you don't want to you want to be able to just lose it and not have to get it back, but at the same time it needs to be able to actually carry because I'm picturing like the Tupperware that we always throw things in, but it just by the end you open it up and it's just a mess everywhere.
Yes, I actually have that. I have a big open Tupperware thing that's great for transporting, but by the time you get there, everything is everywhere and it makes a big mess. And it's not something that's not one I would leave somewhere either. So yeah, it's a big struggle of having something to leave, but at the same time, something that's going to transport nicely.
Okay. Um Kind of shifting gears just a little bit, like I know you go to do a lot of Costco runs and stuff like that. When you think about snacks that you're not going and buying pumpkin muffins, but when you do go and buy snacks at Costco, what do you usually buy? Like what comes to your mind like right away or gives you the most like excitement?
Stacks at Costco, it's the portability of it and something easy to grab. So, the things that I buy at Costco like that, I want something I can quick grab as I'm heading out the door. Those are the kind of snacks that I always grab.
Can you give me a few examples?
Granola bars, cheese snack things that they're little portable, like cheese and nut tray things, that kind of snacky things that are easy to grab.
What do you when you think of Nate and Lily, your kids, what were like their favorites if you were to go buy them and they would go, "Ah, this reminds me of my childhood or high school," what would it be?
When they were in high school and they were running, oh my gosh, I spent so much money at Costco. So granola bars, um, cheese sticks. They love cheese sticks. What else? There was um the Lily ate a lot of like beef jerky kind of thing because we were working on her iron, getting her some more protein. So always got beef jerky. Um, Gummy bears from Costco were always the treat, you know, and because they didn't always have them. So that was a big deal when you came home with a box of gummy bears from or bag of gummy bears from Costco.
And I'm seeing two different things here. Is some of them are packaged as like one granola bar, or maybe gummy bears. Did that come in like one big container with a bunch of gummy bears, or was it a bunch of smaller packages?
The gummy bears were one big package, yeah. But I would also get like fruit snacks that were individual, packaged too.
Uh, Interesting. So as a mom who had kids and packed things for sports and for school and all of that, the two things that I've heard from you are things around like packability, but also I heard, I don't know if you said, I don't want to say it without you saying it. If you were to have like three or four key things that you have to check off when you choose one of those snacks, what would those be? Packability?
Packability is a big thing because, you're on the go. With the kids in sports, you're constantly on the go. They would do long days of a meet, all day Saturday. So they need something that's packable and ready to, travel all day long. Um, uh, I try to keep things as healthy as possible. So, especially like Lily, we struggled so much. So, the having beef jerky and things like that, cheese, some healthier options that weren't just uh junk food.
Yeah.
Even though they did love the gummy bears and the sweets but yeah. Um yeah, and then yeah, so I guess healthy packability, you know, that kind of thing.
All right. I
The big
noticed
one.
that you didn't say price.
Well, that's why I would go to Costco. So price would be
Uh,
because Costco. So Costco always had the best deals for that kind of thing. So if we're assuming Costco, yes, price is definitely an option, or definitely a factor in that. Uh, I wouldn't buy those kind of things at the grocery store because they were more expensive. So I would specifically go to Costco for that stuff because it was more affordable. Um, yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. I guess the last thing I was just going to ask is, um, if, no, I think the last question that I'll just ask is there anything else I should have asked you, when talking about these snacks or portability or, anything?
I don't know. I wish looking back, I was a little more careful on looking at, I guess, ingredients on things. I mean, like I said, was working hard to try to keep things healthy. But so much of that stuff is processed foods now. And if I could go back, I would probably work harder at getting more healthier options, less processed, less food dyes, that kind of thing, for the kids.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate, all of your help.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good
I'm gonna,
luck.
thank you so much. I'm gonna hit pause here so you don't, I'm not gonna hang up on you.
Okay.
There, stop recording.